Thank you so much for the song, Lilo.
It was not me, but you're welcome. It was Candy, I guess.
Thank you, Candy. It's okay. I thanked you a lot of times already. Because I'm sweating. I don't know why. Cool. We just started the streaming live on YouTube and the recording, and we're all set. Are you all here? Can you check if your team or if your MCCB responsible is here as well? If not, just take 10 seconds to remind them and ask them to join. Nila says her team is here. I already saw that the team of Raed, who's gonna be the co-facil, came just here just to see him, and that's very inspiring.
I have a question. Can I ask it? No, but it's not for you. That's what I understand. It's for ECB Optimus. From where is this ECB? Is Latvia?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to say because I love the background. That's it. That was my question. Bye.
Chelo, is everybody from your session already back here?
They should be, because there's the host sent us back here, like the automatic option.
Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, Chelo and Lilo, for your sessions. I hope you enjoyed, like everybody who went with Lilo and everybody, oh, of course, Lilo and Kante, and everybody who went with Chelo and Sirin enjoyed their session. The topic, it's not going to be the same topic, but it's going to be in the same theme of personal development. And that was our focus while preparing the agenda of VICO, is not to only give things about ICB and ECB, because of course that's important, but then what's equally important, somehow maybe can be sometimes more important, is also the personal skills and the leadership skills and all of the interpersonal capacities that you might need to learn. Can you confirm to me that the sound and the sharing are all good so I can start officially?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Great. So I have someone here with me who not only stole my name, but also stole my position, like my area as bird development leader. And also he's going out and spreading rumors in the whole of ISIC in Tunisia and saying to everybody that he's the best Raed in ISIC in Tunisia, and I'm the second best Raed in ISIC in Tunisia. So I got enough with this, but I heard it a lot of times. So I wanted him to have the honor and the privilege to be the best Raed in ICB, and I just left myself to be the second best Raed in ICB. But I think now that I'm thinking of it, I think I'm gonna do this and write X for development leader member, because this is gonna be the last session that you're presenting. I gave you the honor and the privilege. Happy now?
Yes, what can I say? You're the best now, since I'm before.
Thank you so much. No, but he's a very cool guy with me here, one of my best friends and also part of my team. And we're here to give you something that you might really appreciate and might need. And it's gonna be through 3 sections: my story, your story, and mastery. Because every time that I meet with Raed to have the dry runs for the sessions, something very creative pops up. I don't know what is it exactly, but when we were presenting, like when we were thinking about the outline, it was because it's mastery, right? You get it? Mastery, how to master something. So it would my story, your story, and then mastery again. But yeah, sorry, I just get it very excited with these plays on words. But to be very, like, now I'm gonna be more serious because this is some content and it's gonna be a bit personal. because I'm gonna talk about a person that I've never mentioned in public before, and the whole theme. You can see that my voice already started to get in the mood. I can't even drink a cup of water. But yeah, it's gonna get personal, and this because this person is gonna talk about is my ex, is one of my ex-girlfriends, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel at the end of this because this is again the first time. But let me give you some context. As you already know, if you already followed me on Instagram, you might have seen these beautiful pictures and very professional. I'm trying to organize my feed in a good way. But all of these pictures were taken in one trip. It was a camping trip. So we went to one section or one region of the country, and we stayed there for 5 days, and we just camp wherever we stay, and we just like go on and to discover and explore and go to the forest and go to the beach and like do everything. So you can imagine already how busy I was and how like how filled my day was. There was one thing where my ex called me in the morning, but I couldn't see the phone call. So I called her back in the night, in the evening, and I realized that she was very angry at me, very, very pissed, because she asked, like, she needed me and she couldn't get my help. So she was being what I thought at that moment to be dramatic and to be overreacting. That was what was going on in my mind, because at that point I still didn't understand what was the issue. And she started saying like, I'm sorry, but I can't be in a relationship where I call my boyfriend for help when I need him and he's not there. So let's take a break. And I was also very angry because she was not understanding the context, the like my context, the fact that I needed this activity, this escape, this space. So for me, she was like I was angry at her because she was fighting me, and I'm kind of overreacting. And it like it really, don't get me wrong, this is not a sad song. I'm not just gonna make you cry or put a sad music or tell you about sad relationships, no. But just think about how ugly that was. It was like a phone call fight and then another fight. And it was really, really ugly. And then how it ended up, it was a breakup right after that. So it was 1 week after that, and it was a breakup. And it was very bad for me and for her. But that's not the point. Just think about what could have saved the situation, what could have avoided us from that, like made us avoid that conflict. What would have changed the narrative of this story? Hint, it's in 2 words, and some of you already saw it. Can I see in the chat? Pronunciation. Expectations, Gwen says expectations, but it's 2 words, 2 words. Keep thinking, right? Compassion, setting. Gwen is unbelievable. So Gwen told me expectations, but when I told her 2 words, she said setting expectations. Awesome, Gwen. But no, there's one person that said the right answer, and it's someone from the LC, right? So that, like, ironically, I don't know if you already told them about the session or not, but yeah, it's emotional intelligence, and that's gonna be the topic of our session. And just imagine if I were emotionally intelligent with her, and I could understand that she called me because she was going through a mental breakdown, and she had some situations like very, very bad issues with her studies and her work, and she was getting really, like, things were getting really heavy on her, and I didn't know this. I just saw her, like, my side, which is getting yelled at and getting fought on and getting fought with and getting like angry at. And she also couldn't see my side, so she couldn't be emotionally intelligent enough to see in that situation, to see that I couldn't pick up the phone. Like, it's not that I didn't want to, but I couldn't. I didn't see the phone. I was not checking it, and I was all the day like going and talking to people and camping and so on. Of course, not an excuse maybe, but the point is I was not emotionally intelligent with her. She was not emotionally intelligent with me. And that caused in the breakup and the break and all of the bad things that happened later. So just imagine if like what emotional intelligence can fix. And our objective is going to be for you to master this. But that's what I'm going to leave you to, right? To explain more how can you actually master this.
Okay, so hello people. So the first thing is before like talking about mastering emotional intelligence or whatever, we'll talk about the process of mastery in general. It's just for about anything, not just emotional intelligence here. So there is 3 steps to master something. The first one is awareness. Like the first thing to master something is to be aware of it, being conscious about the need and the possibility to master the thing that we want to master. Then, of course, we need to understand it. We need to be aware about it and about the possibilities to master this thing. After this, we need to take actions, of course. We need to apply some habits, etc., and some reflexes to master the thing that we want to master. So these are the 3 steps: awareness, then understanding, then actions. It might be like a little general. Now we will move it to emotional intelligence. And the first thing like that we were going, of course, to do is to define what is emotional intelligence exactly. So emotional intelligence is, as I'll read first the definition. It means being aware that emotions can drive our behaviors and impact people positively and negatively, and learning how to manage those emotions, both our own and others. Of course, the first thing, I will explain this to you guys. So we have emotions. Emotions are super important. They can impact people and they can drive our behaviors in general. So we need to be to be emotionally intelligent. We need to be aware of this thing, of the importance of our emotions. And of course, we need to be aware of the importance of managing those emotions, our own emotions and other people's emotions. So click Raulito. What we're going to do right now is to hear your story. We heard before like Raulito's story. Now it's your time, guys. This space is for you to reflect. So the question that I'm going to ask is, think about a situation that made you feel sad or angry. Click. How did you react? Click. Are you happy with how you reacted, or you think you could have done better? I need your sharing, guys. Think about it deeply and give me your beautiful answers. You can unmute yourself and talk. Yeah. So who wants to share? Go, Shaima.
Hello everyone. This is Shaiba, team leader OGT ISIC in Tunisia, especially ISIC in Medina. So today I'm gonna tell you a little story about me, about a situation that I don't know either it made me happy or sad or angry. So I met someone in my university like 3 years ago, a girl who was like a dear friend of mine. We've been together like for 3 years, like really, really good friends. We studied together. We passed all 3 years together. She's been like a support system to me, everything. And then last year, when we both got our diplomas and everything, I've decided to continue to study to take my master degree and everything. And she decided not. And then suddenly she just disappeared. She wouldn't talk to us, neither me or our other friends or anything. Whenever we called her to grab a cup of coffee, she just ignored us. She pretended like we wasn't friends for a whole 3 years and everything. So then I've heard from someone that she decided to continue her studies in another university and she didn't even care to tell us or anything. So I don't know if this situation made me angry or sad, because actually I've never had the chance to react. I was just like, I didn't know how to react, so I just didn't talk to her or anything. So no, I'm not happy the way I've reacted. I wish that I had the chance to talk or to scream or to be angry at her or to say something. So maybe after this session, I'll go talk to her and everything. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Shaima. your story is super great. Okay, then we're going to move to Shinkita, my dear CB chair.
Hi. So, the time when you said this thing, the only thing which came into my mind was the situation I had last month only. Actually, I have a small business of making innovative things or something, handmade things that I do as an other than ECB. So there was an order from some other person, as in from a customer, from the different customer, and the order was of around $80. And so I brought everything and I invested the $80 and everything. And then till the time from 1 month, it's been month. He never came and he never took the order. So it was obviously, I don't know, in that situation, I should feel angry, I should feel sad, I don't know. But how did I reacted? I was quite angry and sad both. But how I reacted was yesterday only I texted him with a very, not in a terms of very angry way or something like that. I thought to handle the situation in a calm way, and I texted him like he just gave me a count of advance, something of like $5. So I returned him back that I don't want money from somebody who doesn't give and respect the efforts of anybody. So from today, he's just apologizing and everything. So I think that was the way I handled the situation, and it was quite a different scenario that came and that made me learn a lot of things, I would say.
Thank you so much, Shinkita. So, Shaima.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Shaima from LC Medina. I'm ECB director in ISAC in Portugal. So I'm going to share a little story. A few days ago, my exams were supposed to be postponed, but sadly, my university decided not to postpone them, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to have any exam. So I freaked out. I started crying instead of studying, and I stayed the whole day in bed, literally crying and procrastinating with stress without doing anything. So I think I could have reacted better, like giving myself some time to stress and then start studying instead of spending the time crying and having a terrible headache after this. So I lose more time, and that's it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. We can't have more sharings now because the agenda manager will kill me. So yeah, this is why we have other spaces to share. So don't worry, guys. So click Raulito. We still have reflections, so don't worry. So there is a poll on Zoom that will appear, and you will need to answer these questions in order for you to reflect more on how do you react to certain situations. So normally the poll will appear to you on Zoom, of course. And these are the questions. How do you feel, for example, in an interview, in your first date, love or loss of someone, or decision to make, or rejection, nice.
Question, can everybody see the poll already?
I can.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay, you have 1 minute, guys, to finish. Raulito, can you tell me the results after, because I'm not seeing them?
Yeah, sure, bro. Got you back. Oh, interesting results. I don't know how to describe the results because there's a lot of questions, but then I'm gonna click on share results so that everybody can see them. But there are a lot of people voting. Thank you so much for this. 63% of people voting.
You shared?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Just waiting for more people to answer. You know what we should have done, right? I think we should have played the sad music.
Oh.
Next VICO.
Yeah.
We have 72%, 74% of people. Do you need more time, people? Or that's it? Because sometimes maybe there's someone who's not here, or
I
yeah.
think no. Yeah. Sue
You
is
think-
watching.
What do you think of that?
Sue is watching, so we need to hurry up.
No, we're good on that. Okay, I'm gonna end the polling. So I hope that you got enough time to do that. And I'm gonna share the results with you. Can you all see them? Raed, can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So interesting.
Yeah.
Some of you are somehow like have some emotional intelligence skills. Some of you are advanced in emotional intelligence. Some of you are quite have some problems with this, but this is why we have this session to master it more. So we're all good. We will end by another reflection question to this section, of course. So the question will be, you can answer it on the chat. So do you think that emotions in general are random natural reactions, or emotions are something we can control? You can write 1 or 2 in the chat box. 1, 2, 2, 2. I'm seeing a lot of 2. 1, 2, 1, 1.
There are 2 ones, 4 ones.
There is ones and
To the right.
yeah, this is confusing. Oh my God. My
there's-
dear LCP said both. So that's it. It's both. Yes, guys, exactly. It's both. And I'm going to leave to Raulito to finish, to like explain more to you guys. So yeah, you can go, Raulito.
Exactly. Thank you very much. The best ride, the best ride in ICD. And that's what it really is. Like emotions, yes, they don't have to be one or the other. They are random natural reactions, because that's how like generally emotions are reactions to something that is just happened. Like you are surprised or something that is new to you, and we're gonna see more, like discover more the emotions. And that's why I'm gonna ask you if you already know this movie Inside Out. Let me see. Let me raise your hand if you know this movie, or write in the chat. Any way you want to interact with us. Mariana, Raul, they raised their hands. Raul, as a matter of fact, like funny fact, I had your same name when I was in Spain, because when I was in Spain, people can't say Raed. So whenever I go to Cien Montelitos, I don't know if you know it or not, but if anybody from Spain here knows it, they have to get my name, so I tell them Raul. And that's, by the way, why I got the name Raulito. It was like the endearment form of Raul. Yeah, so yes, a lot of people know it. Actually, it's even more than 15 people or 20 people who know it. And for those people, I want you to guess, or just to remember, the 5 emotions that were based on, like the movie was based on. I helped you already. The first one is disgust, and keep writing in the chat all the ones that you remember. We have fear, yes. Happiness, it's joy, but yeah, that's the. What else? 2 more. Dhruv said anger. Okay, we have sadness, and anger. No, it's not self-doubt, Celine. You were lying when you said that you watched this movie, huh? Or it's been a lot of time since you watched it. I will give you the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, these are the three ones, the three no, not the three, the four, the five emotions. I can't count anymore. The five emotions that this movie was based on, but I want you to get to know them more because, of course, not everybody saw the movie, and even the people that saw the movie, like Slim, for example, he said self-doubt, which is, I don't know where he got that from, but yeah, I'm gonna show you some videos. They're very like tiny, short videos that actually introduce these emotions. So can you see the word Pixar on the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's start.
Ever wonder why you feel the way you do? Well, get to know your emotions. When things go wrong, anger is there. This is anger. He will make sure the world knows anger is in control. But what you really need to watch out for is when he's out of control. Get to know all your emotions with Disney Pixar's Inside Out, rated PG. Well, get to know your emotions. When life gets you down, that's when sadness takes over. This is sadness. With a caring touch and a kind heart, sadness leaps into action to let you... I said sadness leaps into action. Sadness? Oh, sadness. Get to know all your emotions with Disney Pixar's Inside Out, rated PG. Sometimes life gets a little dirty. That's when disgust takes over. This is disgust. Whether advising on your social life or on life's little messes, disgust is there to, well, hold on. Get to know all your emotions with Disney Pixar's Inside Out, rated PG. When the unexpected is staring you in the face, fear is there to keep you safe. With speed and wisdom, Fear assesses the situation and settles your nerves in his own special way. He's got this. Thank you, Fear. Ever wonder why you feel the way you do? Well, get to know your emotions. When everything in your life is going your way, that's when joy takes control. This is joy. With an unstoppable spirit and unbeatable energy, joy brings a smile to your face and no, who cares? Let's party! Get to know all your emotions with Disney Pixar's Inside Out, rated PG.
Yes, these were all I on purpose, like I purposely left the joy in the end because that's where, like, that's what we want to send in VICO. We want this to be a very joyful experience. So if ever you get angry at us for all of the logistical problems, just try to convert that anger into joy. And we're gonna know more how to convert them. The reason why I'm showing you these emotions and asking you about the movie and also showing you the videos is to make you get closer to your emotions. I have to wait. I have to deactivate the optimization. Yeah. Is this clear now? Awesome.
Yes, it's clear.
Thank you so much. The reason why so I was playing these videos is that I wanted you to illustrate the emotions and seeing them in action, seeing them in all of the situations where they appear and why they have to appear. And this is really one of the main objectives of this session, is to understand, for you to understand that these emotions are actually one of the most existential parts of our personalities. They're not something bad. It's not that when you get angry, no, that makes you a bad person. It's not that if you're always sad, it makes you like a depressed person who like an antisocial person and people don't want to talk to you. No, it's just reactions that come in their own time, in their own situations, and you have to understand which reactions come in which situations and how to control them. And what makes the difference between one person and another And just like as a like to guarantee that this point got through, it is perfectly fine for you to feel all of these emotions. In fact, it's what makes you human. If you don't feel anger at all, or if you don't feel sadness at all, then it's not something good. There's something wrong with your personality. And these are people that go to extremes like becoming psychopaths or antipaths and becoming serial killers that don't have any sadness or remorse or fear or whatever. Or it can bring you to an extreme of someone who is always happy no matter what. It becomes toxic positivity. It becomes someone who is like would laugh in funerals and would always see the good thing. And we need drama in our life. Like we need some sadness in our lives. I know that my team needs drama in their lives because that's the name of our team. The D in BD stands for drama. But yeah, we need those emotions to make us feel human. But what makes the difference between a person and another? Why do you see a person and you feel that they're very mature, you feel that they can control themselves? It's because that's the word, they can control their emotions. It's not that they kill their emotions, but it's just that they learn how to deal with them and how to give them the voice and how to give them control. So I hope you caught it when it said anger will make sure that it is in control, but you just have to be afraid of when it goes out of control. So it's just all about understanding your emotions, being aware of their utility and their importance and their necessity and their crucial existential purpose in your life. And then you're gonna have to take action. This is a slide that I really, really love because it explains all of the basic emotions that we get. I think it's not only basic, but maybe like a very big spectrum, wide spectrum of all the emotions that we might feel. I want someone, I know that the text might be small, but I want to test someone on the combination of two feelings. For example, who can tell me what the combination of disgust and disgust and anger, what do they get? Write in the chat if you can see it. Loathing. Awesome. Who can tell me what the combination of anger and fear can give? Very fast. Slim just felt that he needed to win back a good impression, so he was very fast. Who can tell me the combination of joy and fear? That's it, surprise! But yeah, this slide can really, really give you a very good tool for you to understand how to, what your emotions are coming from. Because when you're feeling despair, for example, that means that you're double sad. It means that you're sad about the current situation, and you're also sad about the consequences of that situation. If you're feeling, for example, anxious, that means that you're both fearful and sad. So it makes it easier for you to go out of that anxiety and to focus on just one emotion, which is either to get yourself less fearful or less sad. And it really like decorticates the emotions into some sort of colorful, illustrated, real, palpable kind of emotions that we can use and manipulate in order for us to get a better control over our emotions. But that's not the only action that we have for you. The next slide is gonna be presented by Raed, and he's gonna go through some action steps for you to master your emotions. Go ahead, Raed.
Yeah, something really important is to have clear, concrete action steps to master our emotions. So this is why there is 6 steps that I'm going to present for you guys. So the first thing to master any emotion is to identify what you're really feeling. You need to ask yourself, am I feeling sad or what? You need to understand what you're really feeling, if you're sad or angry, or is it something else? Then after like identifying what you're really feeling, you need to acknowledge and appreciate your emotions, knowing they support you. because like emotional intelligence is not like shutting down or denying how are you feeling exactly. It's about appreciating them and appreciating their existence. Like I'm talking here about your emotions. Then get curious about the message these emotions are offering to you, because like you need to ask yourself, for example, why am I feeling, for example, sad or angry? You need to understand the why behind this. Because your feelings will teach you a lot about yourself if you just let them do this. Then you need to get confident. This is super important. You need to, for example, remember the time that you felt the same feeling or the same emotions, and remember how did you react and how you get over it, and then you will be very confident. Then there is two other steps that are super clear, which are get certain you can handle it, not only today. I'm here talking, of course, about your emotion, but of course in the future as well. Then we need, of course, to get excited and take action. And Raulito will tell us the first action that we're going to take, all of us, right now.
Yes, how cool are these? I think like, maybe they don't seem very like actionable now, but like I hope that you took a screenshot of them. So this is an element for all of VICO. I don't know if another facilitator said this before, but whenever you see something that you like, take a screenshot. Okay. Of course, we're gonna share the output later, but it's gonna help to if you can take a screenshot of everything that you see. And then maybe discuss it with your buddies, maybe share it in your cluster group if you're an ECP chair, share it in the delegate group, share it on your Instagram story and tag me or tag any other FASI. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this screenshot. But the first thing that we're gonna do now is this Atlas of Emotions. How many people here know this? I know that the people who were in VICO last year, they know this because the wonderful Karina, they're like had a small demonstration with this, and it really inspired me to use it again because I think they also updated the website, so it's gonna be beneficial. Cool. I think that nobody here knows about it, so I'm just gonna take you through a tour and show you how you can use this platform. Can you see the interface that says welcome to the Atlas of Emotions? Awesome.
Yes.
So you just go to begin. It gives you one situation. For example, a friend gets angry with you, you feel anger and you argue. That's the basic, shallow, superficial level of how things happen. But you need to understand how does this happen. So you click here, how does this happen? And you get more factors that came into play when like in addition to your friend getting angry on you. You are maybe low on sleep, you are maybe going through another bad event, you were reminded of a bully, for example, or triggered by any recent or past event. So that's what made you feel angry. And then can you hear that? It's very loud. Yeah. That's how we live. But when you add awareness to feeling angry, you see what really happens in your body. So your body becomes tense and you feel attacked. So this is also what happens in your brain. And when you add awareness to that, you see all of the other options that you had when like after you got that stimulant, let's say. Like on a basic level, it seems that the arguing is the only solution, but no. When you get on an advanced level of managing your emotions and controlling them, then you start to see more possibilities. You start to see that you can take a time out. You start to see that you can actually avoid that person. You start to see that you can actually argue, but also argue in a better way than someone else would, and that's by not like hurting the other person. And you can go like you can apply the same mechanism or process with all of the other emotions. If it's fear or sadness, you just have to add awareness and keep clicking here until you get the response. So this is one of the cooler parts of the sessions. See, I said cooler. This is a shout out for Barca fans. But yeah, there's another very cool section which is experience. So you go to experience and you start playing around. You just click on, for example, let's take anger, because that's like the most emotion that we can talk about. You can see it on a spectrum, on like all of the scales of how it manifests itself, like that emotion, how does it manifest itself from the least intense version to the most intense version. So it starts with annoyance, it gets to frustration, and then to argumentativeness, and then to bitterness, and then to fury. And that's when you go, like, you become very like Hulk, you know, or Asterix. And you can also choose that for all of the other ones. Fear starts with trepidation. So this is actually a very good exercise for you if you want to improve your vocabulary, because you're going to learn about new words like trepidation, which is the first time that I hear about this, but dread and terror and all of these words. So this is also like a very cool part. But then I think this is one of the more important parts of the website, which is the response. And this helps you to see what actually you can do, like what are all the possibilities for you to react to a certain emotion. Are you able to see all of the options that are written here? Yes, cool, awesome. I don't know how to zoom this. I try to zoom, but when I zoom, it Google Meet. Oh no, when I zoom, it zooms the left side and it doesn't zoom the other. But yeah, all of the possible reactions that you can get is, for example, dispute, insult, scream, suppress, undermine. For enjoyment, you can click here and you can go. And these are also customizable by level. So you can, like, for example, if you want the ecstasy, you can either maintain it or savor it or indulge in it. So yeah, this was the very quick tour that we wanted to take you on. I'm not gonna go through all of the website. Of course, there's still the strategies, which is also one very important part of this website. But I'm gonna leave this as an action item for you to go ahead, not right after this session, but right after the closing, which is gonna happen in 15 minutes. So right after the closing, take a moment to reflect about the whole day, about the content of the whole day, and also go to atlasofemotions.org. So take a screenshot of it as well. And then we can also send it in the delegate group, and you can go ahead and play around with it. We're gonna ask you a question. After today's knowledge, after everything that you said, that you heard, after getting to know the emotions on a closer personal level, and understood what we need to do and how we can manage them, and the atlas of emotions and how reactions actually come from, like the combination of the emotions, all of the things that you saw, how would you react differently to the situation that you thought about earlier? And here, because this is almost the last slide, we're gonna take 10 minutes of sharing. So that's gonna be around 4 sharings or 5 sharings if you keep it to a 2-minute limit. Who wants to share? Ideally, someone who wanted to share earlier but couldn't. I saw that Rivka raised her hand, so I'm gonna give her the word now. And whoever wanted to speak earlier and couldn't, can speak now. Okay, so raise your hands and I'll give you the word. Rivka, you can go ahead.
Thank you so much for giving me a speech. Okay, how would I react again? Maybe I feel angry or sad about my team if they don't act the way I tell them to do or I imagine them to do. But the thing is, that's so wrong because everyone has his special method to reach the goals it was set. Everyone has his own way, his own methodology, and even his innovative way. So I just put back my anger and I shove it inside of me, and I just see how they're doing their things and give them small feedback, but I let them keep going and just give them small insights, or I set the goal, not the method or not the way to go, because that will be so controlly and maybe they don't work the way I do. So I get them get innovative and maybe even they can grow in their own way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rifqa. This is such an insightful and inspiring point of view. This happens all the time, these like fights between the teams. So make sure that you heard the lesson of the Rifqa and that to understand that everybody has their own way. Slim.
So my situation was I've been rejected twice from a position in my old LC, and maybe now if I'm gonna change the way I reacted, I would have talked to someone who's concerned from the decision, and get more insightful opinion about the reason and everything, because at the first time I was like I shove everything in me, like sadness and anger and stuff like that. But at the same time, I've learned from it in a way. I'm here now, part of the ECB of ISEC in Tunisia, and maybe it was that step in that like there are steps in experience of each ISECer, and that was my step that I've learned a lot from it and grow from it. So if I would have reacted differently, I would talk to that person and get more insight and get more answers to my questions. But at the same time, in a way, I learned from it. I learned from that rejection to what I am, and where I am right now. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Slim. I got the chance to have this like closer one-to-one chat. I think it's going to be the same issue, but yeah, I really loved your like spirit with it and how you were like really mature and understanding. I appreciate your sharing. Do we have someone else to share, or you want to have some roll calls before the closing? Whatever you want. Let's hear it from someone who already shared earlier, but that person can focus on the second part of the question, which is how would you react differently? Are you still with us, Shaima, the two Shaimas, and who else shared? It was Chinkita. You want to go ahead?
So I'm still here, Raed.
Hey, is it Shaima?
Yes.
Okay, Shaima, so you can answer the question if you want, and then we can get Chinkita or someone else.
Okay. I would simply say that I would give time to myself to stress, to feel angry, but not the whole journey, you know, because I spent a whole day crying in bed and procrastinating without studying, and now I'm regretting this. So I would say that I would give time to myself to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel stressed, but not more than some few hours, and then go back to studying and get the assignments done. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chema. I think that would be a very good option. I liked how like your observation. I think it's part of the session that we didn't cover, but things are getting messy here. I think there's a football match or something, so I'm gonna go to the other room, so that you don't hear the noise. So. Can you hear me without the echo?
Yes.
Awesome. So I like the observation because we are asking you to accept your emotions, but we're not asking you to go to the extreme of like wallowing down your emotions and letting them control you, because there is a very thin line between being in control and being under control. It's like just this thing. So that's also a very long process. Of course, we're not saying that the people here would get like automatically more emotionally intelligent. And it also one other very important message is that it's not that someone is emotionally intelligent or not. No, it doesn't work like that. It's either you were emotionally intelligent in a certain situation or not. Okay, so remember this very important message. You cannot blame someone for not being emotionally intelligent. And that's why I was very careful with my message earlier when I said I wasn't emotionally intelligent with her in that situation. It doesn't mean that I'm not emotionally intelligent, and that doesn't mean that she's not emotionally intelligent in all situations, but it just takes you to prove that and show that and put that to the test in every situation where you get angry or sad or fearful or disgusted or happy. Here, makes sense? Anybody to agree, disagree, have any extra alignments or extra message, or you want us to just close the session and we go to roll call? It's in your hands. I'm giving you the power of choice. I think people are shy for saying like, "Hey, let's dance roll call," because that would hurt my feelings, but it wouldn't. So it's okay. Yeah.
Rolito,
I'll understand.
we can go to the roll calls right now. Thank you so much for the session. Do you have any other thing to share?
Just this message is the last slide. And just to know that, of course, it's not just science, it's not just abstract theory, it's something that you do every day. And it makes you a better person to be around. It makes you a better leader and a better human being. And that's it. That was the content of the session. Try to go to Eyes of Emotions. Try also to watch Inside Out, the movie. And if you have anything that is not clear, you can talk to us. Thank you very much, Raed. You're the best Raed in ICT now. I give you the title officially. And thank you everybody for watching. Bye-bye.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rolito. Guys, please stay. We are going to play some roll calls because we finished the session